Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy Hill and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I thought it would be a good day to come on and talk about some laser hair removal that I recently got done. I wish I kind of looked into it more before I got it done so that I knew what to expect. So I thought what a good idea to do this video. So I did finish up 6 treatments of laser hair removal with about 4 to 6 weeks in between each session. So I started my first session last May. So let me tell you a little bit about my hair situation. So I did get a full Brazilian laser hair removal as well as my armpits. One of our local shops here, Layers, in Fort McMurray, did a special where you can get like a large area and 2 small areas, but I only got 1 small area done, so I could have got another one, like if you had your lip or chin or something like that, but I never really had any of that, so I never bothered. So I just went with the Brazilian as well as the armpits, and they had it so much money per month. I think it was around, let's say $250. It might have been a little bit less than that. But with this like subscription plan, so you got a little bit of a discount. It worked out to be basically your small area. So like basically I got my armpits for free. I think that's the way it worked out. Now this is again very local to where I live. Look into wherever you live to see what is available, shop around. But that was what was available here. I don't even know if they still have that special or not, but I did see Samantha at Layers and she is amazing. She is very knowledgeable and makes you feel very comfortable. So anyways, back to everything. Prior to getting my laser hair removal, I was the type of person that I have dark hair, as you can see, and my arms are not that hairy, kind of like feet, peach fuzz like type of stuff, but my armpits, I would have to shave them every single day, which wasn't that big of a deal to me because I never ever got like razor burn or anything. So like when I was in the shower, it was not a big deal. I could even dry shave it if I needed to and I wasn't in the shower. So it wasn't a big deal to me. But the whole Brazilian area, oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. I just didn't really like it. I wanted it to be gone. And I would shave and it would be like back the next day and I would get terrible razor burn. So in the summer months it was really hard with shorts because also my bikini line is quite low on my leg and shorts are quite short these days. So a lot of the times like I was very self-conscious of that area and the razor burn or bumps that I had as well as the hair, because what would happen is like I would shave and then I probably wouldn't be able to shave for another week because my razor burn was just so bad. It was just really bad. So anyways, I did try laser one time, or not laser, sorry. I did try waxing one time before and it was quite a painful experience for me. The first time I ever tried waxing, I literally had like a little white pimply thing on every single pore of my whole area. So that was not fun. I did continue that process though once a month for about a year. Hoping it would just like reduce and reduce and reduce and be less painful, but it was still really painful. I mean, the girl I went to was amazing, and she did a really good job. It was just wasn't for me. The hair was still growing back and you would have to wait. So like I'd have to wait that month and again the hair would just be there and I just hated the hair there, especially in the summer, or if I wanted to bring my kids swimming or something like that. I was always super self-conscious of that area. So anyways, I did meet someone recently that had their full Brazilian done. I'm actually a tattoo artist, so I was tattooing this lady that in that kind of bikini area, and I was just amazed by how good it looked. Like kind of weird, but I was so amazed by it. It looked amazing. No hair, just like so smooth. So I got to talking to her about it, and she told me that about this spa that she works at and that about the laser hair removal. So I looked into it immediately, booked my first session. So that was in May last year, 2022. So yeah, I went for my very first session. So when you go prior to going to the session, you have to like shave everything yourself because it has to be like surface area. So the way it works is if the laser hits whatever it hits first, like that's as far as it goes down. So you really need to make sure there's no hair there, because if it hits a hair that you left, like it might not penetrate as low as it needs to. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a laser specialist, but that is just what I gathered from what Sam told me when I did go for my sessions. So anyways, Went for my first session, like I said, shaved before I went. I was quite nervous and things, but they make you feel so comfortable there, and they're so professional about it, so it wasn't that bad at all. The pain level, like again, I said I'm a tattoo artist, so I do have tattoos, so I know the kind of like skin type pain. It's really like they are flicking you with this like elastic, so every time like she hits the button, it's just this pretty intense like burn sensation, but then as soon as they're done, like it's pretty done. So for me, after the whole treatment was over, which the whole treatment, like armpits and full Brazilian, and I mean full Brazilian, like she does back end and like your bikini like lines that come down on your legs a little bit. Like I have a tattoo on my upper thigh. She kind of used to have to cover that a little bit because she would come down on the sides, which is amazing. Like let's get rid of all that hair. We don't want that there. So anyways, yeah, so the whole appointment took 15 minutes, like from the time I left my car till the time I got back in my car, but 15 minutes. So, I mean, short. Yes, it wasn't my favorite thing to do to get lasered in that area. The armpits weren't bad at all, but some of the areas down below were a little bit spicy. And compared to the waxing, so when I did get waxed, I felt like a lot of the upper area was more sensitive, probably because there's more hair there than like say the lower areas. But with the laser hair removal, I found it was the opposite. So like the top area didn't hurt as bad, but then when she got down below and things in that nitty gritty areas, that hurt a little bit more. But again, super doable, like not that big of a deal at all. If you've gotten a tattoo, you can do this. It's not a big deal. So anyways, after my first session, so you have to wait about a month before you go back again. So I would schedule mine once a month and go back. So I literally did not have to shave for the full month. Like it was wild. I couldn't believe it. Something that I didn't know though, so like the hair looks like it's growing back, because I was like, oh yeah, there's some hair growing back, whatever, but it was falling out. So like because they like kill the follicle, I guess, like the hair was falling out. So I didn't know that before, so I thought that was a bit strange at first. But so if you exfoliate down in that area, like it'll help the hair come out. So once all that hair is fallen out, like I said, for that first month, like I didn't have to shave again until I went back for my second treatment. And that was true for all 6 treatments. Like I did not shave in between treatments, only because like I had to shave before I went to the treatments. And that hair that used to like fall out became like less and less. But then say probably in the 3rd session or 4th session, I think it was, I had a lot of that hair come back and fall out again. So I think it has to do with like the hair cycle and how it all works. But yeah, so anyways, fast forward, I did finish my last session. Oh yeah, the armpits, I never ever really had hair grow back there. It was just some little bit of peach fuzz. But down below there was a little bit of hair that would grow back between sections, but like I didn't have to worry about shaving. I did not feel self-conscious at all, and I didn't get any like of that those bumps or rash, because even with the laser, or not the laser, even when I did the waxing, like I would still get like a rash when the hair started growing back. But with the laser, none of that. I never had to worry about anything. It was absolutely amazing. So anyways, after my 6th session, which I did in December, so now it is February, I have not shaved again, like this whole time. Like I've not had to. There is a little, like again, my armpits, nothing, like I don't have a hair there, but down below in my Brazilian area, I do have some like peach fuzz, but like I don't even notice it's there. It does not bother me. I have nothing in my bikini line area, and like up on the top area there's like no hair. This blonde hairs are like mostly down below, and that's because like blonde hairs don't get zapped as well. So what I kind of got from what she explained from the laser treatment was the darker the hair, the better it'll work. So as you are getting your laser hair removal done, if the hair is blonde, or if your hair is blonde, it might not work as much. Oh, and that's another thing too. With every session, I'm pretty sure she had to turn up the laser machine just a little bit, because it like gets those finer hairs that instead of like just the thick hairs that are there at the beginning, the more you go, the finer the hair is. So she did have to turn up the machine a little bit, or at least I think that's what she did. You can ask, of course, your person if you want to get it done yourself. But anyways, I think in the end I ended up paying, I think it was like $1,500 or $1,600 for the whole 6-month treatment. And with the subscription that I did, because I signed up for it, like I signed up for 6 months. So even if I didn't go for the 6 treatments, I still paid for the 6 treatments. I know at the spa here, Sam did tell me that because my last treatment, I had to go like 8 weeks between. Just with circumstances and things like that, I couldn't get there, but they just hold it on my file. So like they charged my credit card for my last session, like on the regular monthly like they did, but then it just got held there. And when I went for my last treatment at like the 8 weeks, then they just took that payment off them. So anyways, that worked for me. Maybe that might not work for you, but as far as I can gather, you need the 6 treatments. So you can't go for 1 or 2 treatments and expect it to work. You really do need to commit to the full 6 treatments. And the lady at the spa said that if I do, because I said, well, maybe I'll come back like once a year. Like I'm thinking like April, May, when the weather starts getting nice and I start wearing shorts again, that maybe I'll go back for like a touch-up session in the Brazilian area at least. And that spa, she said, does offer like touch-up discounts. So I think she said it was only going to be like $80. So again, something to ask like your spa or laser hair removal service place, and see if they do offer things like that, because that's wonderful versus like $200 and something that it would have been normally. The $80 for the touch-up's wonderful, and I really do believe that once a year I could get away with that. So anyways, that was my experience with the laser hair removal. I hope that this is helpful for you. It definitely would have been a little bit helpful for me if I watched a video like this. So anyways, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.